Hey everybody, DXUN here, and we'll be talking about the enhanced elemental shaman weapon, the Fist of Raiden, and this is the second version now with more information, so I'm going to shut the TV off and almost want to restart this, but no I won't, because you know what, fuck this. So, there's the three talents. We have Volcanic Inferno. Lava Burst has a chance to open a volcanic fissure under the target, dealing 55k damage to all enemies within 3 yards of the volcano every 1 second for 6 seconds. Again, this is for level 110 before I go any further. So this is basically a chance of an AoE based on proccing your Lava Burst. The next one is Power of the Maelstrom. Again, it's a proc based off Lava Burst, so when you cast Lava Burst, you have a chance to become supercharged with elemental energy, causing your next 3 lightning bolts to overload 2 additional times. So, a really good single target ability there, right? So, and then last one is Fury of the Storms. When you activate Stormkeeper, a powerful lightning elemental is summoned to fight alongside you for 8 seconds, and he's horrible. So that makes this one a little bit easier. But it's basically based on a cooldown of 1 minute, which is the cooldown of your Stormkeeper ability. So yes, so 1 for AoE, 1 for a single target, and then 1 based off a cooldown. So the one that hits, and it's almost like a copy of enhancement. That way your single target hits for more damage overall than the AoE one, and then this one hits a lot less overall, but you can have it in a specified window every minute. So again, it's just depend on what you want to do. As far as the damaging abilities, they are much better on this side of the house than on this side. This side has a lot more healing friendly stuff, like this one right here, and this one here. This one is shamanistic healing. When you fall below 35% health, the Fist of Raiden heals you for 91k. This can only occur every 26 seconds. Remember that I have 1.5 mil health right now, so 90,000, sorry, it's not much. And then protection of the elements, and then heals it buffs your healing surge up to 45%, which is pretty darn good. It needs it badly as well. So especially when you're leveling, this might be something that tips you to go this way, vice the other, because it kind of needs it. But again, it just depends. If you don't take that much damage and you're geared to the 9s and all that stuff, you might not need it all to go this route, and maybe want to go that route. But then again, do you really want to do that? I'd probably want to go for Power of the Maelstrom, which what I do is as soon as I proc that, I use my Stormkeeper, which buffs all my lightning bolts and chain lightnings to deal 200 increased damage, and then if I can start like bringing it down with those 3 stacks of that buff basically lasts for 20 seconds, so you have plenty of time to use Stormkeeper and use 3 lightning bolts. But it will also give you a ton of Maelstrom too, so remember that. Try to offload it before you cap, and if you cap, then halfway through, then just hurt shock to empty it all. So that would be the way to go. So I guess with all that being said, I would probably, again, the DPS being so good this route, I would go that right. That way, pick up Call of the Thunder. Nature damage dealt increased by 3%, and then also to remember our AoE is not as easy, I should say, as it was before, which was just basically, you know, your chain lightning and your earthquake and all that stuff was just so powerful. Now you can't double earthquake back to back, so you were losing a bit of damage there. But again, you're gonna regain some of it overall through these little changes. Then you got this one, which is huge, 10% Lava Burst increased damage, which is your top guy as far as damage is concerned. And then we're gonna get to pick up this one here. Then after that we have right here we have static overload. Chain lightning has a chance to cause static overload, which will cause all target hit by your next chain lightning to also be hit by an elemental overload of chain lightning. So it's like a copy of chain lightning, but 75% strong, not 100% strong, just 75%. So you lose 25%, but it's another cast on top of it. So it's kind of almost like a way to create multi-strike without having multi-strike for them. And then we can either go this route and pick up your Earthquake Totem, which is Earthquake. It's called Earthquake Totem now. And then buff it, or we can actually go back the other way and try to go and get this one here. There's a choice there we can do. Or we can go straight across as well, which is probably not the worst idea in the world, to be honest. I would probably go, there we go. So now we've done that, I'm gonna go this way. Pick up Earthquake Totem, 15% buff. And we have here, each time you cast Lava Burst, the cooldown of a fire elemental is reduced by 2%. And then Electric Discharge increases the damage of Chain Lightning by 15%. So depending on if you want more AoE or not, you can go that route instead of this one. I'm gonna go with the Elemental. I find the Elemental does quite a bit of damage, so reducing that cooldown every time I cast Lava Burst is definitely gonna help out because it's a 5-minute cooldown. But it still accounts for almost 5%, I think, of my damage on just one go. So then we're gonna pick up the heal because I have no choice. Gonna get across, and then we're gonna go and pick up this here, which is Master of the Elements. Your elemental overload deal 55% more damage. So we said it was 75% of the value of the max value. Now it's gonna make it 80%. So again, more damage done. And we're going to go and pick up this one here, which is your Power of the Maelstrom. When you cast Lava Burst, yeah, I already said that. I'll go again. Sorry. Then your Firestorm increases the damage of Flame Shock by 15%, which is not one of your worst damage dealers. It's pretty good, like it always is. Then here, anyways, I'm gonna go any further than this. But yeah, this is the last one. Molten Blast increases the damage, critical strike damage of Lava Burst by 10%. So when you crit, it crits for 10% more damage than normal crit damage. So really, really good talent as well. Again, in this one, there's a lot of choices that you have to take into account. But again, like remember this, right? Volcanic Inferno is more like an AoE. That procs off Lava Burst. This is more a single target that procs off Lava Burst that makes your Lightning Bolt badass. And then this one is just an elemental that's created that's going to hit the target for 8 seconds every time you use Stormkeeper. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video.